Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 149? I feel like we already did 149. Not? Let me check my videos real quick. Am I redoing turns at this point? No, we did 148. Okay. I'm not going crazy. Let's jump into things. Alright. We have continued doing what we have continued doing. Bunch more summons, Anzus, Cursorikus, Infernal Tempest, Forces of Darkness, Yetis, Naiad Warriors, Corpseman Construction, Tartarians, etc. We have a couple of Mind Hunts. Resisted on Vamp 38. Resisted on Earth Reader. This guy got, randomly sniped. And then resisted on Lich 38. We did a Divine Name and a Gift of Reason. Did some blood hunting, which was decent. There's only 4 or 3 blood hunting scenarios there because the 4th province we used to make Rings of the Warrior for our Albathrian army. Gudu 66 got attacked by some Brass Claw Horrors over here. Just a random guy. Oh, he's heck. Oh no, we lost an endless bag of wine. Fortunate. Oh, neither of these casts are gonna matter, my man. He could have. He could have tried to just well, they've got shock resistance 15, so he was pretty much fucked. Because maybe he could have done something like mirror image, and that I don't know. It was not really a good choice for him. Goodbye, my man. And then we've got a whole host of various battles. Lanka attacked in Black Alps with a Vampire Lord and won. One against this Raksharaja. Probably looks as though the Raksharaja ran. Did a Bloodlust, Mist Form, Invigoration. Yeah, because it doesn't look like this guy. How do you? He might have routed before he ever even got hurt, which would be a funny situation. Yeah, he routed before he ever even got hurt, looks like. Did morale broke at 21 morale. What? That's so strange. That's so strange. Alright, whatever. Lanka wins there. On Obelshin, we had a Vampire Lord. Again, bump a group of Lonkin Long Dead. We got bumped in Barren Crags. We attacked in Modern Weld 1. We took Roz. We witnessed a attack in Cloudcap Spires. Oof. Lanka attacked Hinnom but was defeated here. The whole shit ton. So he just kept patrolling with those. And then we went in and got destroyed. We killed 25 out of that. Long Deads mostly, living statues, Echidnid, Long Dead Rephite, other stuff. We killed a single Ami. That's kind of cool. Okay. We've taken control. Is that... So we just need... Oh, no. He moved from Villia up to Cloudcap Spires, so... Fair enough. We got hit in Erd, lost. We attacked in Raphabolia and won. We attacked in Trottern, but lost a Lich to a bunch of Long Dead. Those large long dead contingents, or undead contingents, are becoming an issue. We're probably going to have to start combining forces and take them on. Shuttle Glades, we get bumped. Or we get hit. Lose. Sitha, we get hit, lose. We take control of Resting Heights. We get hit in Gaeta, lose. We take control of Comsath. We get hit in Murius and lose. We get hit in Karnag and lose. And then we have a couple of events. So we have a population loss in Perenna. We have air gems in Ivermark. Have gold, very small amount of gold in Oak Halls. Troops are starving in Belagor. That happened. That's an easy enough fix. Just toss some bags of wine on there. But we've got too many troops here. That means we're gonna, well, it's probably a combination of too many troops and we've pulled the population down too much. What? Wait, what? What? I'm assuming that number just hadn't updated yet. That was weird. Because didn't it say 459? Which would be what it would be without the 2 and... yeah, that number just had to have not updated yet. Alright, so what are we going to do about this? Well, honestly, it might be time to start looking at a new location. I think this turn we're probably just going to let it set, but next turn we might move the whole group over to Dershin. And that might be the plan moving forward. Okay. That in mind. And that seems like pretty much it. So, what is this turn? This turn is probably going to be a relatively quick turn, honestly. There's not a lot going on that is different from what we were doing. We're sending a reinforcement group under Vampire 44 and Vampire 39. One to Gibernia, one to Halbathria. We're raiding in a bunch of areas around Raphabolia, and we're moving on to Raphabolia this turn. We're kind of like we've got the generalized plan. We know kind of like what we're trying to do here. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. Might go really well. Might go very, very poorly. Kind of just fingers crossed, honestly. We're sending in quite a few scouts with backup gems. Yeah. I am... Ooh, I guess this is somewhat interesting. So we've got this Melkart here. I'm sending some Gudus. We're testing our little Cloud Trapeze Gudu concept. So these Gudus have a Great Sword of Sharpness, so very high damage, very high attack value threats due to the Burning Pearl and the Ring of the Warrior, right? So they hit really hard and have very high chance of hitting. And they're relatively cheap, honestly. The Blood Slaves are almost negligible, but those cost... if is that even a thing? I've been doing this for like yeah. What? I just had a moment there. I know there are certain blood items that you can't use a dwarven hammer on, but I think those are like living items, like the hearts or things like that. Anyways, the combination of very high attack value and high damage, the hope is basically what we're doing is we're being a little cheeky and trying to get off a free bless. This might not work out. But with these two, they're both up in a corner, doing a Gift of Flight and a Bless to hopefully hit. And then this one's just doing Flight and attack rear. So if we take a look at where's this guy at? Turtle or Trotter? Turtle. Turtle Glades. I'm gonna check this guy out and see what we're up against. This guy has very high protection. He's got a Coral Blade, so if he hits one of us, we're probably dead, right? He's got this Immaculate Shield, so he's blessed, which is good for him, right? Gives him Awe, which is really cool. Has an Iron Face. This guy's stacked, basically. Has an Iron Face, has Armor of Knights, so has very high base protection. But noticeably, right, it's 32. We deal 40 damage, 40 base damage with those Great Swords of Sharpness, plus a BRN, potentially. And then he has, you know, Boots of the Messenger, Ring of Regeneration, Storm Spool, so... this might not work, right? Like, we might land, and he might go, pop, one of them dies. And then the other two aren't enough to finish off. So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out here is can I toss 3 of these guys at a Melkart and hope to survive? Or, you know, a Raksharaja, for example, right? Or does it take more, right? This is basically just a test run. So fingers crossed that it goes well, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. As a slight aside, we see he goes with Earth Power first because he already has Iron Skin, right? So he Temper Flushes second. So we would be landing probably right before he gets the Temper Flush cast off. There's a chance that we interrupt him, but in all likelihood, he'll probably get the Temper Flush cast off, which I think at that point means we probably die. But I'm interested to see how it goes. So we're going to test it out and see. What other things do we have? We are moving Tartarians around, right? We've got a bunch of tarts now. We've got a bunch of tarts that are doing nothing because they get to a place and they start, you know, going freaking crazy. But we have... yeah, we've got Tart 22 here, who is Air, Astral, and Nature, who is heading out to go kick around. We've got Tart 6, who is Air and Earth, heading out to do some stuff. We got another Tart 23, right? Earth 4, heading out to do some stuff. And then we've got some other tarts here. This one still has a lost arm, so we're not really utilizing him. But this Tart 19, is Fire and Air. Cool. They're doing whatever. And this one still has Feeble Mind. And then, so we've got 3 tarts sitting in base. The only one who is not feeble-minded is this one, the Tartarian Cyclops. Basically what we're doing is every turn summoning 2 more Tartarians and then taking a look. Who's not feeble-minded? Let's Gift of Reason or Divine Name that one and go from there. Our gem usage is pretty... we're going to have to take a look at things. Our gem usage is pretty one-sided... not one-sided. Pretty focused towards Earth right now, and that's not great. Earth and Nature. Now, a good portion of the reason why our Earth and Nature is low right now is we've loaded up scouts with additional, you know, gems. So there is that, but a lot of it is just we forced a lot of Earth gear this turn, right? Armor of Knights. We did more Great Swords of Sharpness. We did more Boots of Strength, or yeah, I think they're called Boots of Strength, right? Throwing in a Scutata Volturnus in there, right? And it's a lot to kind of like stack onto things. We're continuing. A lot of what we're doing this turn is, you can see we don't have any gear sets, so we're trying to make more gear sets, right? More Rings of Regeneration, more Amulets of Anti-Magic, more Dragon Helmets. You know, that's a pretty consistent thing that we're doing. Doing a Bind Shield, I think, on one. Already said Scutata Volturnus on another. So trying to kind of diversify some of our threats, but it's a little tough. It is, even with all of the hammers that we have, and we have like close to 20 hammers. It's somewhat difficult to get all of the things out that I want to get out. I am considering going on a little bit of a binge and producing more hammers, but that I feel like is kind of dangerous. We have to be careful though, because I want to have more. I want to be ready to send more armies out into other locations like Pangaea to White Forest or Kailasa to Realm of Silence. But if I can't afford to send them with good amount of gems and backup gems, then that's not going to work out very well. So, gotta be careful. We've got a good income. We don't have a great income on Earth, and we have an okay income on nature. My goodness. Fire. Fire, what happened to you? Fire. What happened to you? Still think I should be casting Augury on a lot of people, honestly. 2 gems per turn. Eventually might find something. I'm never going to find anything. But we'll see. Alright, what else do we have going on? Honestly, not a lot. Oh, not a lot that we're doing, but it looks like Lanka is making moves against Relay. So that's really interesting. I do not know how long. I know Relay and Lanka fought a lot, or fought off and on, back and forth throughout the game. But I had been under the assumption that they had made peace a while ago. So this is interesting. If Lanka's actually moving against Relay, that's kind of intriguing. I'm kind of interested to see how that turns out. So, you know, we'll try to keep some eyes on that. We might send some scouts underground in that direction. All right. Anyways, anything else that's really happening? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna have to figure out what, between things like Gift of Reason, and producing Rings of Regeneration, like it's gonna really cut into our nature income, so we can't do that constantly. If we take more of Hinnom's territory, if we boost up our income, then we can be lucky and get some of that stuff. But that's gonna be the only way we can really afford to have such a voracious appetite as what we currently have when it comes to nature and Earth, really. Alright, anyways, that's basically it for the turn. I'm going to make this a short one, probably because the next turn is going to be really long, and the turn after that, I would assume, is going to be really long. And the turn after that might be really long. This is probably the last of the somewhat, glossed over turns, and from here on out, it's probably going to be decently sized battles for a while. Alright, anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.